Sorry, dear. Hope I didn't startle you. Hunter, you saw her, didn't you? Wanda.
What does she want?
What we all want. To be found.
What if that is not the real Wanda? What if my mother is using her image to manipulate us?
What does your gut tell you, Hunter? Does it tell you she was real?
Yes, it does.
Then listen to that. I know you didn't know Wanda, but I did. She's family, Hunter. We cannot leave her behind. Besides, we can't win this battle against your mother without her. So find her, Hunter. Bring her back. For all our sakes.
Have you seen any of the Midnight Suns? I need to speak to them.
I think I overheard Blade talking about how he was going to the chapel, which is weird. I didn't think vampires could go into churches or chapels or whatever. See what I know about the supernatural. Hope he doesn't think Carol is gonna meet him there.
Thanks, Peter.
No problemo. Hope you find them.
Hydra forces have taken the Sanctum, Tower, and most of the best retail outlets in Manhattan. They keep making moves. About time we did the same.
Our intel points to Lilith being in the Sanctum. That's where we need to strike.
Been there, done that. Wasn't our finest hour.
That symbiote shell has withstood everything we've thrown at it. Lilith chose Venom for good reason.
Don't forget about Bruce.
Never. Look, the Avengers were formed for good reason. And I'm assuming the Suns were too. I haven't seen a threat yet this group can't overcome. So we can put our heads together, find a way to do the impossible. Or we could just wait for Hydra to come knocking on our doors. I don't know about you, but I don't like playing defense. So I say to hell with Lilith and her pet symbiote monster. Let's take the Sanctum back.
I've missed these little talks.
Yeah, okay. I'm slightly convinced. Guess it couldn't hurt to talk with Professor Von Spooky, see if we can't come up with something together.
Now that is the definition of impossible.
Let us know if you come up with any ideas. In the meantime, I for one would enjoy getting a little payback on Hydra.
Everything all right, caretaker?
That's what I wanted to ask you. You seem distracted lately, not quite yourself. I feel like something must be going on with you, and I wish you'd tell me what.
I am not the one who is distracted.
Excuse me?
Ever since the fall of the Avengers Tower, you seem overwhelmed.
Well, it was quite a blow to our forces. If I've been distracted, it's been for a good reason. Speaking of seeming distracted, have you seen any of the Suns?
I have not.
They're all conspicuously missing this morning. Probably off somewhere complaining about me, no doubt. If you see any of them, please ask them to come see me. There is something I'd like to talk to them about.
It is a spell of sorts. That is what Agatha used to say anyway.
What sort? The dark sort?
A discernment spell. Well, more of a tracking ritual, like a seance. And no, it's not dark. I got it right from the source. I'll put it back before Caretaker even knows it's missing.
Hey man, we gotta try something. I mean, it has to be a sign, right? That all four of us had the same dream of Wanda? Make that 5.
You win. Ouija away or whatever.
Lock the door. Remember, once we start, we don't stop. Keep your mind focused on Wanda. Ego, spiritus, add...
Got it.
What did I just say?
Do not break the connection.
Okay, sorry. Right.
This is how Atlantis sank.
Ego, spiritus, ad, may.
Ego spiritus ad me.
Ego spiritus ad me.
Ego spiritus ad me.
Ego spiritus ad me. Ego spiritus ad me. Ego spiritus ad me. Ego spiritus.
Whoa! Anyone else see that?
She said not to break the connection.
Well, you just did.
Ego spiritus ad me. Ego spiritus ad me. Ego spiritus ad me.
Was that our fault?
I think so.
Disconnect! Pull the plug or something!
It's too late.
Spiritus ad me. Ego spiritus.
Crap.
Couldn't trust those two to chant their own names.
I am going to open a rift to the negative zone in their showers when we get home.
If we get home. There's no telling where that screwed up spell sent us. This could be a broom closet in the basement of Dr. Doom's castle for all we know. Or a storage nook on Galactus' world ship. Holding pen on a scroll cruiser. Oh, maybe the inside of Robbie's brain.
There. Something powerful. Something strong. Something foul. That's where we begin.
Of course you were gonna say that.
You shouldn't be here. Nobody should be here.
Banner. At least that explains the foulness.
Ah, the illustrious hunter. And friends?
Really? You still follow me on Super Lake?
Not ringing the bell.
I can tear through the fabric of space and time itself.
It doesn't matter.
Let the fool prattle on. We must be onto something.
I cannot fathom how you found this facility, but I will soon enough. Your names may escape me, but you most assuredly will not.
Oh, we will see about that.
Prepare. There are worse things than death, and I can make them happen for you. More than enough. Follow my lead. works.
Remember me now, Brucey?
I'm starting to, little punk. Which actually explains a great deal about how this visit came about. Far too amateurish an operation for Carol, or even Tony. It's not the how I should be focusing on, but the why. You're not here for the Gamma Accelerator at all, are you? No. The truth is far more delightful. Of course it is. Well, by all means, then, have at it.
What is that?
At this point, wouldn't surprise me if Thanos himself walked out of that thing.
Wanda!
No,
Oh, Wanda.
we were too late. She belongs to Lilith now. Death is her only chance for release.
What? Hell no! No, that's not how we work. Haven't you learned anything yet? Leave her alone, you monster!
Oh, I assure you, Miss Maximoff is free to do as she pleases.
She appears neither free nor pleased to me.
Really? Wanda, is there something you'd like to say to your friends?
Friends.
You have earned. Their best was still not enough for us.
You need this more than I do.
You had your chance.
This is it for you.
Well, this encounter has certainly smashed my expectations. Come now, Bruce. Can't let yourself get too carried away. We were planning on taking them alive. Then again, Wanda, eliminate them.
This is over.
We must leave now! Wanda, stop! It's me.
It is not her, Nico. She cannot hear you anymore.
Please. Did you see that? I know you did.
Did I see her almost destroy all three of us? Then yes.
She hesitated.
And then blew up the ground where you were standing.
Still, Wanda's in there. Somewhere. I know it.
No, she is here.
Impossible.
Close it now!
What do you think
were saying, Wanda. Your fault. You will be no more. Enough! I am not Agatha.
Nico,
Don't bother. Kinda just want to be left alone.
We have a lot to think about. How we got here. How we failed.
Yeah, you think?
We can talk tomorrow, when you are feeling better.
Yeah, right. Might be a while.
I will be here.
But Wanda won't.
Ileana, are you okay?
My best friend just tried to murder me. What do you think?
We knew trying to save Wanda was going to be a risk.
I know. But is it really worth risking the life of everyone here to do it?
I think so. Do you not?
I just want to close my eyes and when I reopen them, have this all be some bad dream.
We both should get some sleep.
It's the only thing left to do tonight.
Good night, Magic.
Good? There is nothing good about this night, Hunter. Nothing good at all.
It seems there's a competition going on to see who can reprimand the young sons the harshest.
Are you participating?
I'm really glad everyone made it back safe and sound, which is impressive on its own. Trying an incantation like that at their level, one might think they would ask for a Sorcerer Supreme's guiding hand.
What do you expect of them? Every time they have tried to help, they have been rejected.
You're right, Hunter. Perhaps the Sons needed this act of valiant sorcery to show us that they are more capable than we thought. It's just that Wanda was my apprentice. I care about her well-being as much as anyone here. I've been hearing her voice, but each time it grows fainter. By the great Agamotto will bring her back to us.
And here I thought we were finally starting to trust each other.
They went behind our backs. Nearly cost us everything.
They were trying to save their friend, like any of us would do.
Please, I would never do anything that reckless.
Do you even hear the words coming out of your mouth anymore?
I would never do anything that reckless, given the stakes.
Really?
Okay, fine. I would never do anything that reckless today.
I give that a solid maybe.
Whew, you look like hell, dear. I suppose you must feel like it too after these very rough few days.
I can handle hell. I was built for it.
You were built for battling hellhounds and dread maidens. Not the battles of the home front.
It does not bother me.
No, dear. You're just good at hiding how much it does. I am sorry you were unable to save Wanda, but at least you tried. I can't help but feel responsible for how things played out. Perhaps I pushed you too hard to save her too soon, before you, Nico, and Magic were ready.
We did not try hard enough, evidently.
No, Hunter. There was nothing you could have done. It was my fault for leading you down this path, and I must take responsibility for that.
I cannot get Wanda out of my head now, seeing her like that. I know I did not know her before she fell, but she was in so much pain. It permeated from her. I could feel it tear right through me. I just wish I could have freed her from it.
I know, dear. Me too. Maybe you'll get a chance to again. In the meantime, don't beat yourself up about it too much. And remember how much Sarah and I love you.
from your little field trip. I'm surprised Caretaker hasn't ripped you a new one yet. Going behind her back with the backup singers of your pop-punk band was really risky.
And if Magic and Nico needed to do it again, I would take the chance.
That's what I'm talking about. You should go buck wild more often.
There are no deer here.
I'm saying that what you and the emo twins did back there was gutsy. I like that. Between you and me, I would have done the same thing. Not because I love causing a scene, but in our line of work, we need to bend the rules. Play fast and loose.
Some rules can be flexible.
Gonna be honest, didn't think we'd both be on the same page there.
How come? I'm capable of choosing what rules to break or submit to.
Because you're the fancy schmancy legend. I thought rules and order were your bread and butter.
Then I am glad to have changed your perception of me.
Now you're the fancy schmancy rule breaker. If you ever want to break more rules with your little posse, count me in.
Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No.
Why?
Because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magic, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Ileana? I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Ileana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda. But until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
You must stop showing weakness, Doctor.
Excuse me, what did you just say?
It is not the loss of your prophetic abilities that has lost you trust among your colleagues, but your willingness to let them challenge you. The others, they smell your self-doubt and are treating you accordingly.
Enough. I allowed Magic to argue with me because of her relative inexperience. You have no such excuse.
Then I will take my leave.
Yes, I think that's wise.
Nico, what are you doing in Wanda's room?
What does it look like? Ileana said this grimoire is filled with pretty powerful magic. There's gotta be something in here. Something to break the stupid spell your mother cast over Wanda so, you know, we can all go back to being normal. To being friends again.
If you intend on breaking Lilith's hold on Wanda, you are going to need to use magic as dark as hers. Are you up to that? Magic, are you alright?
No, Hunter, I am not. And neither is Limbo. The dark energy is increasing.
This danger you feel, have you given more thought to what could be causing it?
Yes, but I do not want to say it out loud.
You need to tell me what is going on in Limbo, Ileana, and you need to tell me now.
The authority in your voice. It's a sign you are stepping into your power. I respect that. But while my power is still greater than yours, I will not speak his name. Words have power. I do not want to give him any more than he already has.
He?
If I am right, you will see soon enough. But tonight, that's all I can say.
Are you adjusting to life at the Abbey?
I'm getting 3 hots in a cot. For me, that's luxury. While I have you, Blade said he wants to speak with you tonight.
Did he say why?
I don't want to steal his thunder. You know, I never used to say that until I met Thor.
Why exactly does Blade want to speak with me?
You'll have to ask him, but be sure you do it tonight.
Are you all right? You have not said much.
It's hard to explain.
You could try.
The Abbey is just... I don't know how to put this, but it's too quiet.
The Abbey is unnerving for many reasons, but the silence late at night can be overwhelming.
Glad it's not just me. I think I'm homesick. This is the longest I've ever been from the neighborhood, from Gabe. I think it's getting to me. I know I can't go home until this is over, but knowing doesn't make it easier.
I am glad you have somewhere to return. I do not know where home is after this, but it will not be the Abbey.
Oh, crap. Sorry, Hunter. I didn't think about your situation. Hey, after all this, if you ever need to get away, you're always welcome to crash at my place.
Are you certain?
Friends are always welcome in my home. Oh, speaking of which, you and Parker will need to fight over who gets the couch and who gets the air mattress.
What are you up so late reading?
The twisted brain drippings of that psycho Faustus? This journal is like a love letter to Aleister Crowley, the Necronomicon, Jack the Ripper, and Charles Manson, all remixed into some nightmarish open mic poetry. I'm going to be up all night trying to make sense of it, see if it helps us find our way back into the sanctum.
Faustus writes in a dark hand you will never understand. Best not waste your time trying to comprehend the incomprehensible.
You know what, Hunter? I really don't like being told what I can or cannot do.
Just speaking truth.
Speaking of truth, aren't you the kid of a demon? Shouldn't you be able to understand evil? Lilith, your name is a black hole for men like me to lose their souls. How I await to be suffocated in your arms, choke on the dark tendrils of your hair. Murder me, goddess, and I will help you murder this dimension.
Faustus makes a tribute to his goddess, that is all.
If someone who worked for me wrote a tribute like this, I'd be getting HR involved.
HR?
Never mind, it's a 21st century joke. Well, I ought to get back to burning the midnight oil. I got about 400 pages to go of this crap. I'll let you know what I find out.
Anything new in the war room?
Nope, we're at nominal levels of war. Hey, did Blade talk to you about tonight?
No. What is tonight?
Ah, spoiler. He wants to tell you himself. Don't let me keep you.
A few of us are meeting up tonight. It's a book club. You're probably busy, but if not, the others said I should invite you.
A book club?
Yeah, I didn't figure the great and powerful Hunter would be into a book club.
Ugh, I am less of a book reader and more of a demon puncher.
That's kind of what we read about. Anyway, I'm headed to the meeting. I doubt it's your thing, but if you're interested, you could tag along.
After you.
Okay then.
Blade's giving you the stink eye. Or maybe he doesn't like the punch. Either way, I think he wants to speak with you.
Here's how this works. We pick out a book, we read the book, and then next meeting we talk about the book. It's my turn to pick, so give me a minute. I need to narrow it down.
Did you already talk about today's book?
Well, no, there isn't one for today.
You are being evasive, and I do not know why.
This is technically our first meeting.
I thought this was a regular thing you did.
Yeah, I want it to be. Doesn't matter how sharp your weapons are if your mind is as dull as a brick. Just give me some space. I need to find the right book if I'm going to. I need to pick the right book, okay?
All right.
This is the first book club I've been to that didn't devolve into a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Must have been some book club.
A few years back, Bruce and Tony started an Avengers literature circle. First book chosen was Banner's favorite. Tony hated it, said it was the worst poetry he'd ever read, that a mascara-blinded lab monkey could have written it better. I still don't know what that means. Turned out, it wasn't Banner's favorite book, it was Hulk's.
Oh no.
We lost 2 floors of Avengers Tower before he calmed down.
What happened next?
Black Widow invoked the "this is why we can't have nice things" rule and banned book clubs from meeting at the tower.
I hope I have time for this. I used to be in one of these with my friend Jess, but it fell apart.
What happened?
I got reassigned, she had a kid, aliens invaded, the usual.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's been a busy decade.
All right, I made my decision.
So, what is it going to be?
The first book we'll read for book club will be The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Ooh, a classic.
Yep, that's an old book.
Way older than The Hunter.
Ah, The Art of War. I read that when I was 12.
Well, then you could reread it. See if you gain a new perspective. Our time is tight, I get it. But stop by the library and read the book before the next meeting. But I hope you read the whole thing. This book is one of my favorites.
The katana gave that away.
Yeah, I'm always around if you want to chat about it.
I'll save it for the next book club.
I could chat about it.
Nah, I'm good.
I admit, I like the low-pressure approach we're taking to book club. These things should be fun and informative. Not the high-stakes powder keg of the Stark and Banner book club regime.
What did you think of the meeting?
Seems like a great way to get to know each other.
What do you think of Blade's choice of book?
It got me thinking about a book I can choose. It'll have to be a good one to match Blade's pick.
See you later.
Next time, then.
I think that went well. Carol seemed to enjoy herself. What do you think?
Blade, did you start a book club so Carol would join it?
No. Yes, sort of. We were talking about books, and I may have suggested the 2 of us read a book and talk about it. Captain America overheard and expressed interest. Carol said I was starting a book club, and he asked if he could join.
Then what?
What was I supposed to do? Say no to Captain America?
Say the word, and I will drop out.
No, it's fine. I'm kind of digging this, and I'm glad to have a midnight sun here. Glad you came, Hunter, but don't forget to do the reading.
All right, I will.
I'm not kidding.
You wanted to speak, Captain America?
Please, call me Steve or Cap. I know I'm a newer kid on the block, but I'm noticing some major divisions within this team. All the interpersonal drama is pulling focus from the real danger, Lilith.
Errantry caught Lilith off guard, Steve. And perhaps the Avengers among us should lead through example and not hold private discussions.
I respect the straight talk, Hunter. You make a valid point. Communication breakdowns happen on both sides. I'll stay on top of it. But results don't always justify going rogue. In this case, it almost got us killed. We have to work together if we're going to get you toe-to-toe with Lilith. Don't forget that you're the only one of us who's beaten Lilith and paid the ultimate price for it. You stand out here as a leader. The Midnight Suns, Strange, Carol, Tony, even me. We all look to you for our cues. It's a responsibility, and it's a tough one.
I have been a weapon all my life, to be wielded and directed by others. Leadership ability is not my forte. I would appreciate a few pointers.
Just the fact that you're willing to learn means you're on the right track.
With so much on the line, I do not have time to make everybody feel good.
That's called ruling with an iron fist, and it usually leads to trouble. It's favored by leaders like Victor Von Doom and the Red Skull. It's too close to how our enemies operate for my comfort.
And yet our enemies continue to best us at every turn, it seems.
We gotta bring our A-game for sure. But sometimes a situation goes belly up, and a good leader knows how to roll with the punches without stomping on team morale. It's a tricky tightrope to walk, but I've seen you in action, Hunter. Perfectly balanced. You've already made the ultimate sacrifice once before. I've been there. I know what it's like to be asked to do it again and again. It doesn't get easier, but you get stronger and better at making the hard calls. I've given you a lot to process, but let's pick up this conversation again soon.
Any progress on the journal?
If by progress you mean genetic experimentation recipes, demonic incantations, and what Strange here thinks is some sort of, wait for it, Lilith fanfiction Faustus wrote in a 10,000-year-old dead language...
Ancient Atlantean.
Then sure. Tons.
I actually speak a little Atlantean.
Ti o mile oth ep isith?
But I did find this.
A hole?
We think it's a shipping facility. Or smuggling. Faustus may have been a demented loon, but the man kept some pretty detailed records.
Possibly for stealing. From me.
Via the hole.
Let me guess. That's why I'm here.
Well, given the nocturnal and clandestine nature of this operation, as well as your experience in dealing with subterranean affairs...
I'll bet. Ever wonder why you people only come to me for the dirty work?
Because you're a vampire? You sleep in the actual dirt? Or a coffin?
I mean, there's sort of a point buried in there. Sorry.
Let's go. Big hole.
Big horde of Hydra.
Think we finally found out how they're smuggling artifacts out of the sanctum.
Good. Then there must be a way to smuggle ourselves inside. Let me guess. Stealth, not your style?
I'm a vampire, remember? We invented stealth.
You might want to tell that to them.
No mercy for the servants of the
Bad luck for you, friendo!
You had your chance to escape.
Time to bleed.
Are we excited?
It's on. That's not good. Watch close.
No joke! No.
think it goes?
Down.
Better not be a fire dragoon lair. Hydra's been busy.
Whatever the hell they're doing down here. It smells wicked. Remind you of something?
The sanctum. Back door?
Gonna say yes.
We serve our mother. We await the return of the midnight sun. We hate interlopers and their little brains.
I would have preferred the fire dragoon.
Can honestly say I've never heard that. I'm on it. Playtime's over.
Step right up, test your strength.
Hold still, little one.
Anyone got any hands?
I must have... More of them are joining the fight. It would seem Lilith chose poorly.
Vanda moving into position.
Say hello to my little friend. You!
I have not been hit like that since... ever.
Only delay.
Hey, Van Helsing! If you're gonna do something, now's the time!
Hang on, Dracula! This one's gonna hurt!
Purge that monstrosity! No!
Light within the darkness. Return to me, child. Must not heed the call! You cannot escape our destiny. I thought Venom's breath was bad.
It is.
You know I'm kidding, don't you, Charlie? How long was I out?
Days.
What happened?
Before or after you exploded?
The collar.
Still intact. Though I'll admit, when Agatha and I first made it for you, we didn't anticipate the need to withstand alien energy.
Felt like more than that. As if...
Thankfully, the Venom creature didn't seem to like it either. Ran off through that gate of his, which is why Blade was able to get you home.
Next time I will send that thing straight into the abyss.
Next time, there will be no next time. I know I've been pushing things hard. Pushing you.
That's what you do.
Maybe not on this one. At least until we find a way to counteract the volatile effect of these compounding alien and mystic energies. Which reminds me, Strange and Stark have been chomping at the bit to come see you. Which, of course, I would not allow.
Hope you are not too rough on them.
Me? Of course not. Though I can't speak for Charlie. Still, wouldn't hurt to show your face around here when you're ready. People are starting to worry.
Tell me about it.
And you are certain it will hold?
We wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't. You two focus on the creature. I will worry about the collar.
Haven't really seen Blade since he got back from the sewer.
Carrying Hunter home on his back.
He's still outside.
Being extra broody.
Maybe you should talk with him.
Good idea. I'll go with you if you like.
All I'm saying is the tower's lost. We're no closer to breaking through Slimerama's sanctum shield, and our exalted chosen one just woke up and is listening to our every word. It's great to see you on your feet again, boss.
I hear Venom is still on the loose.
He is, but I do not think he will be a problem for us any longer.
That's curious. Everyone sees Venom as a problem. Even before he was under Lilith's control, I'm sure he was on some Avengers watch list.
What are you getting at?
Venom knows he's done wrong. He's tried. He's trying to reform. But it is often hard for people with marks on their record to get a fresh start.
This is not just about Venom, is it?
Am I that transparent? Yes, it is no secret that I have explored some, let's say, morally grey waters. I could have drowned there if people like Spider-Man or Blade hadn't thrown me a lifesaver.
Very well. If given the chance, I will give Venom a second chance. But he has to want to be saved.
That is all I ask. We're missing something, Hunter. And the frustrating thing is it's happening right in front of us.
Where?
The Sanctum is filthy with Hydra. Too many of them. It wouldn't take many guards to secure the building. So the question is, what else are they doing in there?
Even without seeing what is going on in there, I know it is bad. Strange's sanctum is too big of a prize for my mother to let it sit idle.
I could spend too much time speculating about what's happening in there. We need evidence. And to get that, we need that sample from Venom. We have to get past that barrier.
Our list of problems continues to grow longer.
Well, we're not here for the easy stuff.
I'm sure I'm not the first person to inquire on this fine morning, but seeing as how you did explode in what I might describe as a most spectacular fashion, any side effects I should know about? Headache, blurred vision, the urge to murder us all?
Oh, I am feeling the urge to murder now.
You do? I need to alert Caretaker. We should be monitoring you. Wait a moment. You're putting me on, aren't you?
Well, I am the hunter, after all.
Ha! Of course you are. Who would you be without your ever-charming urge to kill? But in all seriousness, I hope you feel comfortable enough to disclose any medical conditions you may be experiencing now. We can't in good conscience send you back into battle against Hydra if you're not in tip-top condition.
I am not comfortable disclosing any medical conditions with you, Doctor.
I see. Well, I won't force you to confide in me, Hunter. But I'm here if you change your mind. Is there anything else I can help you with? Any burning philosophical questions about the universe you need answering?
I should take my leave. There is much to do.
Yes, there is. Just don't push yourself too hard. You are, after all, still part human.
Glad to see you back on your feet again. Strange and I tried to stop by for a little house call while you were out, but turns out your dog is part flamethrower.
She is very protective.
That's one word for it. Listen, I know you're probably hearing all sorts of comments after your last tangle with Venom. For what it's worth, we both just wanted to say that we don't think you should get within 50 light years of that thing until we sort out what the hell's going on between you two.
This Venom creature stands between me and the prophecy. Destiny demands he fall by my hand.
Seems like Destiny's hit list just keeps on growing for you. How about you let some of us other heroes slay a mystical dragon or two? Look, Strange and I have been studying pieces of that symbiote ever since this nightmare began. Problem is, the further they get from the source, the more their molecular structure changes, which basically renders them useless to us. In zombie movie terms, I need a sample from Patient Zero, the old slimeball himself.
Venom.
Or Eddie, if you talk to Peter. Either way, that's our guy. We get a sample from him, somehow maintain its molecular integrity long enough for Strange and I to poke around at it, and, well, we're in business.
Could you not just laser him and end the problem for good?
Oh, everyone's a scientist these days. Look, I know this thing has given you a proverbial, if not actual, black eye or two lately, but don't forget, there's a man underneath all that monster. I don't take my lasering lightly. Besides, it wouldn't work anyway. We've hit that thing with the best that technology and magic has to offer, and it just keeps coming back for more. We need to understand what makes it tick to stop it. Not to mention keep you from blowing up again anytime soon.
On that, I agree.
Good. Calling it my symbiote sampler for now. Hey, I ran out of acronyms, okay? Stage 1 in stopping our symbiote nightmare once and for all. Meet me over by ye old anvil over there and we can get started. Oh, you're not afraid of needles, right?
Needles?
Forget I asked.
You're one tough cookie, Hunter. Biscotti level tough.
Biscotti?
Teeth-breaking Tony kind of cookie.
If only I was more teeth-breaking with Venom.
Yeah, not your best moment, but it wasn't a total bust. We learned that it takes more than an energy blast straight from hell to wipe you out.
True.
And that blade? He's an asset.
You are the real asset, Carol. You always seem to have my back.
I'd say it's all part of a day's work, but really, it's nice to hear. Outside the mission stuff, I gotta say, I had my doubts about Blade. The brooding vibe, the sunglasses indoors, his lack of preference between a Chicago style versus New York, which is just plain wrong. But the more I see him in action, the more I think he might be an okay dude.
You have just never seen his dark side. It is easy to see the good in people when we have not seen the bad.
As a rule, I try not to assume the absolute worst about my teammates. And neither should you. Anyway, I wanted to ask how you were, and it turned into a full-blown cooler talk. Better get back to work before the boss notices. Catch you later.
Caretaker, are you all right?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I know you're on your feet and seem fine after that explosion with Venom, but I know all too well from experience that sometimes the worst injuries are not visible to the naked eye. So, please tell me, Hunter, are you actually as fine as you seem this morning? Or should I be worried?
Now that I am ready to return to the battlefield, it is our enemies you should be worried about.
Glad to hear it. Although I hope you do know you don't have to front with me. If you are suffering in any way, if anything is wrong, it's not weak to ask for help.
There's nothing wrong. I feel strong.
If you say so. Yeah, well, I guess I should stop fussing over you and go see what horrors Hydra has in store for us today. As you were, Hunter.